All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shatter as we bring you 386 LV and STARC here. We managed to skip around, unfortunately. Weren't able to get a round 2 game off the ground, but here we are bringing you round 3. Let's have a look over the lineup. This is 386 bringing you Montana and St. Vincent. We've already seen one of those today, the British battlecruisers making a splash. Des Moines, Nevsky, and Petro, fronted by Kleber, Double Marceau, and Shimakaze. What do we got for the south side there, my friend?
For the south side for STARC, we've got Vampire, Gearing, Shimakaze, and a Ragnar. Remember, Ragnar is, of course, inherently underpowered. Along with a Napoli, a Des Moines, and a Salem for the cruisers, and then a Shikishima and an Ohio for the battleships. And real quick, because we had been discussing, I checked, it is legal to bring 3 total between Ragnar, Kleber, Marceau, as long as you bring no more than 2 of one.
2 of 1, got it. Okay.
Yep.
Now, one of the things I want to point out, and you saw it in the intro video, guys, Shatter's cap configuration has been changed for this event, so look very carefully. I've got the tactical map up here. The B cap is the same, no change there, but the A and the C caps have been moved farther away from the center, and the C cap in particular is now completely different. If you remember, the C cap, this big giant island here that's just now on the western edge of the cap, used to be right smack in the middle of the C cap, but now it's not. And so this, for most of these teams, they've never actually played this map before. It's going to be very interesting to see how everybody adapts to this layout.
And this is one of the best changes they've made in a while, because everybody knew exactly what would happen in Shatter on the old set. You'd have a ship from each team sitting there in the sea cap, sitting on either side of that island, smoking up, radaring, hydroing, whatever, and then you'd have the rest of the team playing 8v8. So getting this change and saying, hey, now you've got to play this differently is going to be very interesting. And I got to say, this wolf pack from 386 LV is going to be very interesting to see how this works at sea.
Yeah, I was just going to point that out. I'm glad you mentioned it, because they've triple teamed this quick wolf pack to sea so they can try to pick up as many points out of this as they can before they have to fight over control of it. I think this is actually a really clever play here. It's going to give them let them start ticking up points a little early. They're making a big play on this flank. Look how much firepower they're bringing to this sea flank between the Des Moines, the Petro, the St. Vincent, and that French wolf pack.
Something we're going to have to really watch also, that Salem of Brabo going into B right now, that's going to be a major anchor for this game. If STARC manages to take B, sit there with him, and have him spamming down on that Petro Des Moines safely, that's going to be a huge advantage for them they can build. But if 386 LV can dislodge him or say, you know what, we're going to ignore you and we're just going to deal with everything outside, that'll mean that it'll be a very tough road for 386 for the rest of the game. Or for, STARC.
They caught a glimpse of Brabo. They know exactly where to look for him, but nobody on that team could get shells on him. And for some reason, he backed out of the cap. I was a little surprised to see that, but looks like he's going to push back up in there. Well, no, he's just sitting there. There he goes. Now he's turning his engine on. Like, what's he waiting for?
Slowly but surely. And now we got the first of the fights coming in here. Harvard graduate spotted by a Ragnar and a Shimakaze. Shimakaze smoking up and then going to be the spotting while the Ragnar tries to do the damage. But the Ragnar already down to 2/3 health in that short fight shows you just what the Wolfpack can do.
Yep. Big hits there from the French Wolfpack. Ragnar still lit. Now the Shimakaze getting picked up as well. More shells falling on Candle. Now the other flank also quite a bit of pain going out there. I think the Shikishima got a good hit on Mojo's Nevsky as carries Shimakaze now into the top end of the A cap, trying to make a play there. And the Salem does look like he's going to eventually be allowed to back B.
And so it's going to be really interesting to keep an eye on A. A is kind of the ticking time for STARC right now, because you're going to expect with C, with that wolf pack, you're not going to be able to contest it super effectively. So it becomes the challenge of, can you contest and win A quick enough that you can help with C and the inevitable problems that wolf pack's going to cause, or are you going to get bogged down and unable to get out of A?
Vampire Deuce now moving into the bottom end of A. He can be able to push that Shima out with his, well, not with his Hydro, but they certainly were able to spot him and push him out. Decent hit coming in on the Vamp Deuce there. That was from the Montana, I think.
And here's that Salem play I was talking about starting. Look at him, he's moving up. He's got to be very careful with that Montana that's going to be sitting just about 15 kilometers away from him. But he's moving up to try to get himself positioned to fight those ships that are coming in, the Petro and, if need be, the Des Moines.
It's really interesting to see what's happening here. I tell you, right now it feels like Galaxy's Petro is a little caught out. If STARC wanted, I feel like they could push Brabo and Sniper up and just sandwich that poor guy and just melt him.
And I don't disagree at all. I think you have the ability to do that right now, but you got to be very careful and very worried about it because of the fact of those DDs now pushing down. That Ohio is getting very close to being in farming range for the French connection there.
Yeah, the Wolf Pack is pushing. They know there's 2 vulnerable destroyers in front of them, and they are not letting off the gas. All 3 of them have their speed boosts running as they zoom down the map edge here at about 45 or 50 knots.
Yeah, and you can see the Des Moines of FBS or FB Sniper trying to get in there and get those hits onto the Marceau. But right now, the Shima and the Ragnar taking more damage than they're putting out.
Shima's smoke is not quite available, but the trouble with the smoke is all it does is buy you time. Let's see. Maracuccia's smoke just about to come ready. They're continuing to farm the Ragnar. They haven't talked about it yet, but they were able to flip C. Sorry, A. Star C was able to bag A, and there we go. They bagged the Nevsky. So first blood going to Star C here. Thor's Napoli looking pretty rough in exchange, however.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. Now that they've got A, it becomes the challenge of, okay, you've taken that. How quick can you rotate over? Is it quick enough to deal with this Wolf Pack? I mean, the Marceau's down to half health and burning. Yep. But you need to get those ships moving quickly and not get bogged down with the Shimakaze and the Montana.
Yep, finally getting some good damage into one of the Marceaus here, forcing Flandre back as he's got double fires now. He just has put those out. But down to 4K, still lit.
This is going to be very tight. If he takes another fire, that is going to be curtains for him.
Another fire would be devastating at this point. It might be enough to kill him, but they haven't actually landed any shells yet. He's finally dark.
Looks like he's going to get out there with 3,000 health. And let's keep an eye on Harvard graduate here. We might see him with that 17,000 health go for the challenge. I mean, FB Sniper is definitely getting himself positioned for the best possible chance to fight it, but still definitely has a chance to look at it if he wants to go for one of those charging plays.
8 minutes gone, still a tight game with less than 100 points. 386 moved out to an early lead on the strength of that quick C cap. Star C closing the gap now because they own B and A. Oh, and they bagged the... Star C bagged the kill.
Yeah, Star C bagged the Nevsky, got the first kill. Petro of Galaxy forced to back up, so we're starting to see the Salem move back forward, but he's got to be careful that Montana's still sitting there trying to whittle his health down. Pushes up now, and now you see that fire coming in on the Petro, and he's down to 30k, healing through it, and does not have a DCP for if he takes a fire yet.
Salem looking like he might get bold here, pushing up. He's not spotted to make this turn. Monty has no shots now. Let's see what he does. In my mind, you want to time this with the Des Moines behind him. You want to move up together. But the St. Vincent way over in the 10 line kind of probably makes that play impractical. I'm actually curious to see if the Salem's going to get punished for this move as well.
And it's going to be interesting to watch because you see the Petro here. Petro doesn't have a heal ready, does have the DCP ready. But the Salem is just pushing up, and now he's just sitting there saying, hey, I got you spotted.
Got him permalit. They're they're proxy spotting each other.
He's trying to get the shots around that edge of the island, but he's just not quite far enough forward to do it right now. Continuing to just hit that edge of the island.
Monty finishes off the Napoli. That's a big kill for 386. I apologize earlier. Star C already had the lead. Their lead was building. I had it in reverse. My bad.
Yeah, and now you see the Salem backing up as the Petro pushes forward because the Petro now wants the Ram, saying this is the best use of my remaining health is ram you out, get you off the field.
Looks like it. Looks like he's going to try for it.
It looks like. That is probably going to be the fatal error, is that he hit that
He's gonna. Ooh, probably should have had some AP loaded right there. Some full pins through the bow would be really handy. Brado getting slapped by the St. Vincent shells. Pops one of his fancy heals. It's a race now to see if they can kill the Petro before he gets the ram off. Feels like their whole buddy team is shooting at this Petro, and he's not going for the ram. Or he was. There he goes. Oh, down to 5K.
Here comes
he was not ready. He's going to get it.
He looks like
he's going to get it.
And...
Yeah, he got it. That's well executed. They tried to prevent it, but it wasn't able to quite pull it off.
And that's a big advantage there for the side of STARC with that, because the Petro, or pardon me, 386, because STARC doesn't want to lose that Salem there, and so the Petro's saying, I'm going down no matter what, but able to take out that Salem's heal and that anchor point at B is going to be big for their chance to pull it back.
386 has a ton of firepower over here north of C, and I'm trying to figure out what their play is with it. Like, what are they going to do with it? They've still got the Wolfpack rolling around. The St. Vincent still has plenty of HP. They're going to have to get something out of these ships.
And watch for these torps they're looking towards the Des Moines with. Looks like this set's going to miss right now on the Des Moines, Des Moines backing up.
Definitely.
But if the Des Moines pokes too far forward into that island gap at the wrong point, that can be the turning point back in favor of 386 there.
Yeah, I don't think Sniper's going to make that mistake, though. There's no need for him to go out there, right? He's better served where he is, where his radar and his hydro can help cover that sea cap and prevent people from pushing through that gap.
Yep. So as we watch forward here, now we're seeing the points lead is now up to 150 for STARC. So 386 is feeling that pressure build. They're down about 70,000 health, and they're down a couple caps. But right now, you can see what's going to be the play here. The St. Vincent executing a move in towards B, along with the Des Moines setting up on that edge.
Oh, I think Maracocha is about to find himself in a real world of pain. He does not yet realize, he doesn't know that there's two Marceaus just the other side of that island from him. He can see the Kleber. He knows he's got a bail. He still has a smoke available, so if he gets caught out, he can run. But if he gets caught, he could be dead, and the Ragnar's now getting caught out now.
Yeah, and that's some big first hits onto that Ragnar, down to 12k. Kleber trying to use that reload booster, will him down. Shima heading over desperately to try to get him dark, but Ragnar's got to be very careful here. Here
comes the other Marceau to pitch in. They're going to get him. I just don't see how he lives through this. Now, they're focusing Moonsei's Kleber as well. The Shimakaze gun's pitching in.
But they're not going to get Moonsea, and there goes Candle.
No, I was going to say, Candle was going to go down. Moonsea's now dark. They can only see Harvard graduate, as now they pick up, STARC, that is, picks up the C-Cap as well. Des Moines pushing through. Look at this. This is bold with the Ohio right there.
It is, but he's saying that the St. Vincent's spotting the Ohio, and there goes Maracuja.
But here comes the Ohio salvo. Like, what are you doing?
Ooh,
look at that. You got crushed for this play.
I think he expected the Ohio. I think he expected the Ohio to be going against the St. Vincent, but he wasn't.
Nope. Now, if he can get the ram, that's a good trade, but I don't think he'll live to get the ram.
It's going to be tight.
His heel's ticking. He's trying. He is going to get it. That's a surprise to me.
That should have been done. That should have been over.
Yeah, STARC should have denied that. I don't think Sniper should never have accepted that ram. He could have easily won that gunfight. That is a disappointing result there, because now you've let them back onto the C cap and the B cap.
But watch out, here goes the St. Vincent about to get torped by the vampire. He's not aware of it. If he doesn't turn right here, he's going to take all of those, and that's a dead Vincent if that's the case.
He is turning, but those are coming in pretty quick. He's still going to take at least 3 of these. He's going to, 1, 2, 3.
He's still alive.
His super heal is ready if he needs it. He hasn't pushed it yet. I'm a little surprised he hasn't pushed it yet.
Yeah, that was a long time to wait to push it.
Shikishima finally wins his duel with the 386 Montana. Now he's pushed his fancy heal. Now the Ohio's in trouble. His heal's about to come back. Okay. So now if you're STARC, I think this ram you try to take, you try to accept.
You don't even need it.
The torpedoes might kill him.
Yeah,
Is he going to be able to dodge this one? Nope. Unable to dodge it. St. Vincent wins that duel.
So 4 minutes and 40 seconds left. Game over for the side of, pardon me, STARC in 1 minute and 30. Wolfpack pushing into B, but the St. Vincent's gone out, and he's not going to be able to get back in. This is running very low on time for the side of 386 because they just let those caps sit for so long.
Well, they're going to be able to get into B, and they're going to be able to pick up B, and there's pretty much nothing that STARC can do about it. The single vampire, I don't think, is going to be able to play defense. Although he is lit now, he's open water firing against the St. Vincent to try to get him to light on fire. His smoke is not available, and his hydro just went down. So his best chance to defend B is with the consumables. He doesn't have those anymore.
Problem is that it's 2 minutes until the side of STARC wins, even with that cap being
That's true.
planned.
I think it's STARC kicks back and just holds A, they win. I think that's all they have to do.
Yep.
They're over 900 points now. But the trick is, as soon as one of those French destroyers steps onto A, you're in trouble.
I don't know if the French destroyer gets there in time, though.
Ooh, are they going to get... Oh, they got him with a torp! Oh! Harvard down to 568 on the back of that torpedo hit.
And that's brutal, because they no longer... He had so much health, he was the one that was going to push.
He was the one that had
the Shima.
Yep, catches his whiff of the Shima here, floating around north of the B cap. Vampire's not the fastest ship, though. He does have his speed boost running. His hydro's still almost a minute away.
That being said, I don't think 386 can pull this off.
I don't think they can. I mean, STARC's pulled the Shiki back. He's sitting right on the edge of the A cap, like kind of sort of playing defense. Like he could, but the trick is they have to. The only way they win now is they have to get into A, like right now.
And none of them are going towards
It's not going to happen. Yeah, they're not moving that way.
They're trying to defend their Shima.
Flandre opens fire. The Shikishima spots him and dumps out shells. Let's see, do they land? Nope, they all miss. They don't need to kill the Shima to win. It feels like maybe a bit of win harder here, but it certainly locks up the win if they bag the kill.
And they're going to bag it right here, ladies and
They're going
gentlemen.
to get it. There we go.
Yep, and that means that our winner of this game will be the side of STARC, taking the map and game. And just not enough time.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd call that a sloppy game, but it was certainly freewheeling, right? With that wolf pack and their ability to get around the board. Like they ranked at one point, they were 3 or 4 ranks deep into the enemy side of the map before they turned around.
Mm-hmm.